on my live stream. On my live stream. So welcome to the Canadian Immigration TV. This is my first live stream, and I'm expecting quite a few persons to join me. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes and see who will be joining me before I get started on my topic for today. Um, so I'm just going to see who will be joining me. All right, so I'll be just going ahead with my topic for today. If you have any questions, you can place them in the chat, and I'll try to see how best as possible I can respond to your question. So today, I'll be speaking about the top 10 places, the top 10 best places rather to live in Canada. For many persons that are planning on moving to Canada, they have no idea where they are going to reside. So today's video will kind of give you an idea of where are some of the cities that you can reside in, or some of the province rather you can reside in Canada if you so desire. So with no further ado, I am going to get this video started. So just remember to give a thumbs up. If you're just joining me, you can indicate to me where you're joining from. So as I said before, I'm expecting quite a few persons to join me on this live tonight. And for some persons, depending on where you're from, it might be morning, it might be afternoon, depending on where in the world you're joining me from. Well, I know a lot of persons are aspiring to move to Canada for having a better life, better employment opportunities, better health care compared to where you're from. So, this video tonight is basically to give you an idea of some of the best province or cities in Canada that you may choose to reside in if you so desire. Now, number one on my list is, guess what? So, number one on my list is Ottawa. So, Ottawa is basically a vibrant city with under a population of 1 million people, right? Ottawa speaks both French and English. Approximately 2% of the population speaks English. So majority of the persons that live in Ottawa actually speak French. Now, the average cost of living in Ottawa ranges from 700 to 1,400 Canadian for rent per month. Unemployment in Ottawa is 5.3%, which is relatively low compared to other cities in Canada. So you can consider residing in Ottawa. it's a good city to actually live in. So, next up on my list, the second place that you can actually live in if you're thinking of moving to Canada is Burlington. So, Burlington is pretty much next door to Toronto. The average home price in Burlington is typically 500,000 Canadian, and it is deemed one of the most expensive cities um, in Ontario. So that is another place that you can consider living if you're thinking of moving to Canada. So third on my list is Oakville. So Oakville is pretty much located in southern Ontario. Oakville is like 30 minutes away from downtown Toronto, 1 hour away from Niagara Falls and the US border. And Oakville has a population under 200,000, um, which is pretty decent compared to other provinces. So that's a next place where you can consider living in Ontario. Fourth on my list is St. Albert. So St. Albert, as the name suggests, is typically located in the province of Alberta, and it offers high employment wages. So if you're a person seeking high salary, then St. Albert is definitely the province in Alberta for you to reside, right? Um, it is like us, if you're a person that is more relaxed also, you will find there that it's on the slower side. So it's more for persons that are slow pace, right? You may choose to reside there if you're a person that is slow pace. Okay, so moving on to the fifth place in Canada that you can sign is Brooks. And forgive me of my pronunciations, but the fifth province rather is Boucherville. So Boucherville has a population of about 4,300 people, and it is the oldest city in Quebec. The city's unemployment rate is 2.88%, which is relatively low. Um, Boucherville is popular because of its close proximity to Montreal. So it is located in close proximity to Montreal. Most people there typically speak French because they are bilingual, um, with only 2% of the population speaking English. So if you're a bilingual person, you can definitely think about moving or residing in Bronchersville. Now, the sixth place on my list for you to reside is Vancouver. Vancouver ranks one of the best cities in the world. The cost of housing there, though, exceeds $1 million. Vancouver is a very vibrant and diverse city, and the weather is typically mild, and cost of living is typically expensive. So if you can afford it, This is definitely a place that you can think of residing, even though it's more on the higher cost of living side. The seventh place on my list is Calgary. Now, Calgary is one of the largest cities in Alberta. It has a population of 1.5 million dollars, 1.5 million people rather. Calgary has approximately 180 distinct communities. Typically, homes in Calgary typically cost anywhere from 300,000 to 500,000 Canadian dollars. Calgary is known for fantastic job opportunities. So if you're seeking job opportunities, Calgary is definitely the place for you as it is located in Alberta, right? So you can definitely choose to reside there as well, right? So next on my list in eighth place, number eight on my list is Halifax. Now, Halifax is located in the province of Nova Scotia. Um, it has roughly 6,000 people moving to Halifax per year, right? It has roughly 6,000 people moving to Halifax per year. Last year, we had 6,000 persons moving to Halifax. Halifax provide a great lifestyle and it's more suitable for persons that enjoy outdoors. Halifax average wage is a little over 60,000 Canadian per year. The cost of living is relatively low. So if you're looking for a place to live in Canada that is on the cheaper side, Halifax is definitely one of the places to consider as it is in the province of Nova Scotia, right? Ninth on my list is drumroll. So ninth on my list is Quebec City. Quebec City is one of the oldest cities. It is commonly known for French language, so persons in Quebec typically speak French, right? So that is a city for you to consider. And unemployment and cost of living in Quebec City is relatively low. And Quebec City sometimes tend to experience the worst weather conditions. So snow is sometimes typically like 7 degrees Celsius. So that is something to consider if you're thinking of moving to Quebec City, which is a relatively low cost city. So the last on my list, last number 10 on my list, drum roll, is guess what? All right, so I'll not keep you in suspense any longer. So let me just tell you what's the 10th place on my list that you can live, right? So the 10th place on my list that you can live is Saskatchewan, right? And Saskatchewan is located in the province of Saskatchewan. So, and it has a population of approximately 27,500 persons. Agriculture is known as the sector for employment for most persons that live there, right? The cost of living is pretty inexpensive also. in this province, Saskatoon. So if you are thinking of moving to Canada, this is definitely one of the cities in the province of Saskatchewan that you can consider moving to. All right. So, if you are just joining me on my live, I was just talking about the 10 best places to live in Canada. So, for the benefit of those joining late, I'm just going to quickly list all the places that I just mentioned for the benefits of those that are just joining me. So, number one is the province is Ottawa, located in Ontario. Number two, Burlington, located in Ontario, Ottawa. Also, number three, Oakville, located in Ontario. Number four, St. Alberta, located in Alberta. Number five is the Boucherville, and it's located in the province of Quebec. Number six is Vancouver. Number seven is Calgary, located in the province of Alberta. And who could not forget number eight, located in where? Okay, number eight, Halifax, located in the province of Nova Scotia. Number nine, Quebec City, located in the province of Quebec. And Saskatchewan, located in the province of Saskatchewan. All right, so that concludes my top 10 places, the top 10 best places to live in Canada. Comment down below. Let me have an idea of what you'd want my next live stream topic to be about. So you can leave me a comment below of what is the next topic that you'd like to hear me talk about on our next live stream. So bye for now and see you soon.